Hello students, today we are going to study whole chapter of what? Respiration in organisms. Okay, so respiration, if I am saying, okay, first why do we respire? We respire in order to oxidize the digested food and to get energy, isn't it? So here respiration, what is respiration? It is the whole process of taking in oxygen, okay, then oxidizing the digested food present in our cells, and then giving out what? Energy and carbon dioxide, which we exhale out the carbon dioxide, and energy we take it for, we use it for our growth, repair, and for doing the work. Okay, we say this respiration is cellular respiration also, because here this breakdown of the food takes place in the cells, and so it is also known as cellular respiration. Okay, this respiration is of two types: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration means what? In this oxygen is present, okay, in the presence of air, when we respire, it is known as what? Aerobic respiration. ठीक है, so the is aerobic respiration, the glucose क्या है ये glucose is the digested food which is present in our cells. Okay, so what happened in the presence of air, this glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide, water and energy. ठीक है, और anaerobic respiration, what is anaerobic respiration? Anaerobic, an means in the absence of एयर, यहाँ पर एयर प्रेजेंट नहीं होता है, ठीक है, इसके एब्सेंस में, एयर के एब्सेंस में ग्लूकोज टूटता है किसमें? अल्कोहल, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड एनर्जी. यहाँ एनर्जी ज़्यादा रिलीज आउट नहीं हो पाता है, कम होता है, लेस अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी इज रिलीज्ड ओवर here. Okay, sometimes this anaerobic respiration takes place in our muscles also, when we do heavy exercise. जब बहुत ज़्यादा exercise करने के बाद क्या होता है? In the cells what happens? Energy is produced in the absence of air. That much amount of air is not supplied in the cells so that it can break down into what? Carbon dioxide and energy. So here the muscle cells respire anaerobically to give out lactic acid and energy. Here also energy is less produced. Okay, this happens in the muscle cells. Here, which I said, which has glucose, which has been broken down into alcohol and carbon dioxide and energy in the absence of air. This is mainly seen in case of the microorganisms. Best example is the yeast. Okay, so here this is all about what? Aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Okay, when do we respire more fastly? When we do the exercise, when we run, when we sit, we respire what? Slowly, isn't it? Respiration rate, if we say what is the breathing, what is breathing first? Okay, breathing is what? Just taking in what? Oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Taking in of oxygen is known as inhalation, giving out of carbon dioxide is known as exhalation. Okay, so breathing rate, what is breathing rate? Per minute, how much times we inhale, and one breathing rate is inhalation plus the exhalation. It means taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. In case of children, for 12 and below 12, we can see the respiration rate is 25 times per minute. But in case of the adults, we see it is 12 to 20 times, okay, per minute. Now, how do we respire? The mechanism of respiration I am going to say right now. You can see the figure on the board, okay. The nostrils are present over here, okay, and following the nostrils is the what? The nasal passage, okay, which consists of what? Hairs, okay. Then moving down, we see what? There is a common passage for what? The food pipe and the windpipe, and that is known as what? Pharynx, okay. Now here, when we move down, it is what? The trachea, or the, we can also say it as what? Windpipe, okay. And this windpipe leads to the lungs, where you can see the bronchioles are present, ribs are also present over there, and here you can see diaphragm which is separating the thoracic cavity with the abdominal cavity. Okay, so here what happens, we take in what air through our nostrils. These hairs are present in the nostril. Okay, this, what is the function of the hairs present in the nostril? It just traps the dust particles over there, and if it doesn't trap the dust particle, what happens, it enters our windpipe. And here what happens, if the dust particles or any foreign particles enters our windpipe, we start sneezing, isn't it? हम लोग खांसने लगते हैं, ठीक है, so that the dust particles and all which have been stuck up in the windpipe goes out. Okay, here you can see one structured pharynx. Actually pharynx is there which separates the this is a common passage from where it leads to this food pipe also and windpipe also. When we are eating food, what happened, the windpipe is closed, and when we are respiring, the food this food pipe gets closed. If it is not happening, then there, what will happen, there will be a chances, if you are eating and you are respiring also, the food can enter into your windpipe. Okay, so here the air enters the windpipe, and from the windpipe it enters the bronchioles which is present in the lungs, and this lungs is protected with the help of what, the ribs. Okay, so here the gaseous exchange takes place. What happened, the blood capillaries are present over there, the oxygen rich air which we are taking goes into the body through these capillaries, and it reaches those cells where the digested food is present, and it, what does it do, वहाँ पर वो क्या करता है, वो digested food को oxidize करता है, and the byproducts which we get is the carbon dioxide, water and energy. Okay, so this energy, it is utilized by our body, okay, for different purposes like doing work, for growth, repair. Okay, but this carbon dioxide, what happens, carbon dioxide along with some water vapors also, what happens, it moves towards what, the lungs. Okay, here what happens, it enters our lungs. Okay, because here now carbon dioxide presence is less, so what happened, CO2 diffuses inside the lungs, and from here, from the bronchioles to the windpipe, and again through the nostrils it goes out. Okay, so when we are taking in the oxygen rich air, what happens to this diaphragm, this is stretched. Okay, it is stretched, and our ribs, what happens to the ribs, when we are taking the air, our ribs moves outward, so that the area for accommodating the oxygen is more. क्या होता है, जब हम सांस लेते हैं तो diaphragm नी backwards जाता है, and chest जो है वो आगे it moves, and it moves in such a manner so that much amount, ज़्यादा amount of oxygen वो अपने अंदर रख सके, ठीक है. And what happens during exhalation, this diaphragm, instead this goes what, up. Okay, it moves to its own position, and the ribs also, and the chest cavity also moves back, and as the result pressure is created, pressure बन जाता है, जिसकी वजह से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड हमारे बॉडी से what happened, lungs से windpipe से होते हुए through the nostril it goes out. Okay, this is how we breathe in and breathe out, and the process of whole respiration takes place by oxidizing the food present in our cells. Okay, so when we are inhaling air, you can see in the lungs what happens when we are inhaling air. You can see it is consisting of 21% of oxygen, but while we are exhaling the air, only 16.4 what is exhaled out. Rest is taken in for the process of oxidation of or breakdown of food, digested food present in our cells. Okay, and carbon dioxide, when we are inhaling air, that air is consisting of carbon dioxide also of 0.04%, isn't it? But when we are exhaling out, जब हम लेते हैं तो air में 0.4% कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रहता है, लेकिन when we are exhaling, जब air बाहर जा रहा होता है after oxidizing the food, what happens, that percentage is 4.4% of carbon dioxide, and that is quite large, isn't it? So here you can see in exhalation oxygen given out is less and carbon dioxide is given out in large quantity, and during inhalation oxygen taken in is in large quantity and given out in a very small quantity. Okay. So this is about the respiration in human beings. But what about the respiration in other organisms? Like if we talk about cockroach they don't have nose. Okay, so how do they respire? Actually in their body, when you see it from its back in the segments, you can see what spiracles are present in case of this cockroach. Okay, this spiracle leads to tubes known as what? Tracheae, and this is how the oxygen rich air enters the cockroach body, and it uses that oxygen rich air, and then it gives out what? Carbon dioxide. In case of earthworm they have got a slippery and moist skin. Okay, and this moist skin helps it to respire. In case of frog also, मेंढक के पास भी slippery skin होता है, उसके पास lungs भी होता है, but mostly it respires through that moist skin, and it helps in respiration in case of frog. What about the fish? Fish live in water, aquatic animal. Okay, this water where the fish lives also consists of dissolved oxygen, and what helps them to take this dissolved oxygen? That is the gills present in the fish. These gills, ये gills क्या होता है? Extensions होता है उन्हीं के skin का. Okay, and यहाँ पे वो oxygen लेता है and oxidize होता है उनका food, और फिर carbon dioxide release out करता है ये gills. This gills takes in the oxygen from this present in the water, and it gives out carbon dioxide after oxidizing its digested food. What about the plants? Plants, their gaseous exchange takes place through the stomata in case of leaves and green stems, but when we talk about the bark of the trees, it has got lenticels, and even the roots of the plants respire. Okay, they have small pores, they take in the oxygen from the soil and gives out carbon dioxide during respiration. In case of plant, whole plant body parts participate in respiration, and in this during respiration they take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. But in photosynthesis, when they are preparing their food, they take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. Okay, so don't confuse in that. In respiration always oxygen is taken and carbon dioxide is given out. So this is all about the chapter respiration in living organisms. Okay, and take care. Good day.